Good morning, students. Welcome to the class. In this session, I'm going to discuss about amines preparation properties and diazonium salts preparation and properties. First, coming to the amines. Amines are the derivatives of ammonia. The formula of ammonia is NH3. Here you can see the structure of ammonia. It is a pyramidal. Nitrogen is going to contain 3 bond pairs and 1 lone pair. Hence, nitrogen of ammonia undergoes sp3 hybridization, and the geometry is pyramidal or trigonal pyramidal. Instead of the hydrogens of ammonia, if you are going to substitute alkyl groups, here one alkyl group is taken, here 2 alkyl groups are taken, here 3 alkyl groups are taken. So all these things are called as amines. So in the amines, if only one alkyl group is attached to nitrogen, that is called as first degree amine, primary amine. To the nitrogen, if 2 alkyl groups are attached, then that is called as 2 degree amine or second degree amine. To the nitrogen, if 3 alkyl groups are directly attached, that is called as 3 degree amine or tertiary amine. So the general formula of amines is R single bond NH2. What is the general formula of amines? The general formula of amines is R single bond NH2. Here I am going to write R single bond NH2 is the general formula of amine. If R is considered as the aliphatic group, then this type of amines are called as aliphatic amines. Aliphatic amines. Instead of R, instead of alkyl group, if I am going to take AR, aryl group, AR single bond NH2, these are called as aromatic amines. Based on the nature of the attached group, the amines are classified into 2 types, aliphatic amines and aromatic amines. Here we are seeing this is the aliphatic amine, this is the aromatic amine. And these 2 amines are the examples of primary amines. Primary amines are represented by 1 degree amine. How can you say it is 1 degree amine? Both are the examples of 1 degree amine. How can you say? Very simple. In the amines, the functional group is single bond NH2. Nitrogen is having 2 hydrogens, indicating it is the first degree amine. Here also same, nitrogen having 2 hydrogens, that is the first degree amine. Okay, so that is about classification of amines. Yes, some of the examples that are naturally occurring are alkalides. The alkalides are found in the plants, and some other examples are given here. Please take the screenshot and read them. Next, types of amines. Already we discussed aryl amines are there, alkyl amines are there. Aryl amines are called as aromatic amines. Alkyl amines are called as aliphatic amines. Next, this is the primary amine, secondary amine, tertiary amine, and this is called as quaternary ammonium or quaternary amine, where nitrogen with a positive charge. Actually, in these amines, if you observe, here nitrogen is having 1 lone pair, here nitrogen is having 1 lone pair, here also nitrogen is having 1 lone pair. But in this species, the nitrogen having 1 lone pair is donated towards one of the methyl group. Then nitrogen with 4 bonds with positive charge, that is called as quaternary amines. From your NCERT textbook, table number 13.1, all of you please practice the IUPAC names from the NCERT textbook itself. And you have to practice the in-text questions also. Particularly for the NEET and KSET students, the example problems, in-text questions, and exercise problems are very, very important. No need to go through the material, just purely practice the MCQs or in-text questions, everything from the NCERT textbook itself, that's enough. Next, coming to the preparation of amines. Amines are prepared from nitro compounds. This is a nitro compound, nitrobenzene. From this nitro group, if 2 oxygen atoms are going to be replaced and substituted with hydrogens, removal of oxygen is called as reduction. Addition of hydrogen is called as reduction. So nitro compounds and reduction gives amines. This is the nitrobenzene. Nitrobenzene on reduction gives aniline. Benzene ring with NH2 group, the compound is called as aniline. Aniline is an example of aromatic primary amine. Very, very important. Aniline, it is an example of aromatic primary amine. Primary amines are represented as 1 degree amines. Okay. So this is one of the preparation here. The reducing agent used is hydrogen gas in presence of palladium or platinum or nickel. They're acting as catalyst, and the reaction is carried in presence of ethanol. Otherwise, the same reduction can also be carried by using tin and HCl. This is a reducing agent, or we can also use iron and HCl. So this one is the reducing agent, this one is the reducing agent, this one is the reducing agent. Nitrobenzene or the nitro compounds. The nitro compound is converting into amine. This reaction is an example of conversion of nitro compounds to amine. The reaction is an example of reduction reaction. To carry the reduction reaction, we have to use reducing agents. Here you have to remember, these are the reducing agents. Anyone we can use. Second reaction, ammonolysis of alkyl halides. Alkyl halides. The general formula of alkyl halides is R single bond H. When this alkyl halide is going to react with ammonia, the reaction is called as ammonolysis of alkyl halides. Alkyl group is going to have partial positive charge. Halide is going to have partial negative charge. Because of electrophilic nature of alkyl group, the lone pair electrons of ammonia is donated towards alkyl group. Then we will get a alkyl substituted ammonium halide. This is the compound called as alkyl substituted ammonium halide. This is ammonium salt. First, we are going to take a primary amine. The primary amine reacting with alkyl halide gives a secondary amine. Secondary amine reacting with alkyl halide gives tertiary amine. Tertiary amine reacting with alkyl halides gives quaternary ammonium salts. When we are going to take alkyl ammonium halides, these are going to react with a base. They give us primary amines. For the preparation of primary amines, what we are taking, alkyl ammonium halides are taken that are treated with sodium hydroxide. But for the preparation of primary, secondary, tertiary, and quaternary ammonium salts, we are using ammonolysis of alkyl halides. But in this reaction, the difficulty is there. What is the difficulty means? Here we are not getting a pure single compound. We are getting a mixture of amines, that is primary, secondary, tertiary, as well as quaternary ammonium salts. And in the ammonolysis reaction, when we are taking alkyl halides, some examples are alkyl iodide, alkyl bromide, alkyl chloride. If I write alkyl iodide, I can write R single bond I. Alkyl bromide is written as R single bond Br. Whereas alkyl chloride is written as R single bond Cl. Because from chlorine to bromine, bromine to iodine, the atomic size increases. As the atomic size increases, bond length increases, bond strength decreases, reactivity increases. So this is very important. The order of reactivity of alkyl halides with ammonia. Sorry, the order of reactivity of alkyl halides with amines. Alkyl iodides are more reactive than alkyl bromides, than alkyl chlorides. Let's take the screenshot of this one, please practice itself. The example problems, index questions, and exercise problems given in the NCERT textbook, very, very, very important for NEET and KCET. Next, preparation of amines from nitriles. C triple bond N compounds are called as nitriles. Cyanides are called as nitriles. Cyanides are called as nitriles. When the nitriles are undergoing reduction in presence of nickel or platinum or palladium, if it is subjected to hydrogenation, then this C triple bond becomes as C single bond. This triple bonded carbon becomes as single bonded carbon with 2 hydrogens. Triple bonded nitrogen becomes as single bond nitrogen with 2 hydrogens. Addition of 4 hydrogen atoms is going to take place. So reduction of nitriles. Nitriles or cyanides undergoes reduction, gives primary amines. Here the most important thing is nitriles on reduction, they gives only primary amines, but not secondary or tertiary amines. This is very important for NEET and JEE. Yes, one more thing. Here the reducing agent used is. What is the reducing agent used? Hydrogen gas in presence of nickel or platinum or palladium. Otherwise, sodium amalgam in presence of ethyl alcohol. Otherwise, we can also use lithium aluminum hydride, LiAlH4. All these are acting as reducing agents, which are used to convert nitriles to primary amines only, but not for secondary or tertiary amines. Most important one. Next method of preparation is the reduction of amides. What is an amide? Single bond C, double bond O, single bond NH2 group is called as amide. Amides on reduction. Yes, reduction, if you observe here, single bond C, double bond O, single bond group is there. This is a carbonyl group of amide. C double bond O group is known as carbonyl group of amide. This carbonyl group of amide is reduced to methylene group. What is methylene group? Single bond CH2 single bond group is called as methylene group. So to reduce only the C double bond O part, we are using lithium aluminum hydride and then subjected to hydrolysis. So in this reaction also, we are not getting secondary amines or tertiary amines. In this reaction also, we are getting only primary amines. So amides on reduction gives only primary amines, but not secondary or tertiary amines. Once again, previous reaction, the reduction of nitriles. What are the nitriles? Just tell me what are the nitriles. Cyanides are called as nitriles. C triple bond N compounds. Cyanides are called as nitriles. Nitriles on reduction also gives primary amines. Amides on reduction gives primary amines. Next method is Gabriel-Thalmide synthesis. This is most important reaction. The Gabriel-Thalmide synthesis is used to prepare only aliphatic primary amines, but not aromatic primary amines. See this one, R single bond NH2. R is called as alkyl group, and NH2 group is indicating that it is a primary amine. So I am not going to explain in detail because in the classroom itself we discussed about this reaction and mechanism. Simply you can remember the Gabriel-Thalmide synthesis is used for the preparation of aliphatic primary amines, but not for aromatic primary amines. Here the reason is given. Once take the screenshot, read it. If you are not having the textbook, if you are having the textbook, just open the textbook, read the textbook. Next reaction, Hoffman bromamide degradation reaction. This is most important for NEET and KCET for JEE. Hoffman bromamide degradation. Bromamide, amide. Here also we are taking an amide, RC double bond O single bond NH2. This is called as an amide, reacting with bromine in presence of a strong base. This is a bromine in presence of a strong base. When an amide is reacting with bromine in presence of a strong base, finally it is going to give the primary amines. I am not writing the reaction mechanism here. Only we are going to get the primary amines. If you observe the reactant, here you can observe the presence of single bond C double bond O group. This group is going to be completely removed. That means one carbon of amide is going to be removed to get an amine. So amine is going to have one carbon less. The amine, the primary amine, whatever we are getting, that contains one carbon less. So this is most important reaction. Based on this, more MCQs are there. Please practice in your textbook. Next, take the screenshot of this example. In the classroom, I dictated the notes. Once check your notes. Next, properties of amines. Amines. The general formula of amines is represented as R single bond NH2. Because of the presence of NH2 group, these amines are capable to form hydrogen bondings with water. As a result, the lower amines are, particularly the lower aliphatic amines, are soluble in water. And primary amines are liquid at room temperature, containing 3 to 4 carbon atoms, whereas higher amines are in solid state. And the lower aliphatic amines are having fishy smell and they exist in the gaseous state. Aromatic amine is aniline, and other aryl amines, they occur as colorless compounds, but when stored in open vessels, because of atmospheric oxygen, they undergo oxidation and they get painted. The lower aliphatic amines are soluble in water because of tendency to form hydrogen bondings, whereas the higher aliphatic amines, because of their hydrophobic nature, they are insoluble in water. With increase in the size of the hydrophobic alkyl portion, the decreased solubility is going to happen. And one more thing, when the molar mass is going to increase, the boiling points is going to increase. Here we are going to see the boiling points. Yes, if you observe the compounds CH3, CH2, CH2, NH2, that is one propanamine, CH3, CH2, CH2, NH, CH3, N-methyl ethanamine, CH3N, CH3 taken twice, that is called as N-ion dimethyl methanamine. All these are having the same molar mass. These are the isomers. See these carbons. Is there isomers? Is there isomers? 1, 2, 3 carbons are there. 1, 2, 3 carbons are there. 4 carbons are there. Here 1, 2, 3 carbons are there. So these are not the isomers. First, you have to observe this is the primary amine. This primary amine is having 2 hydrogens here and 1 nitrogen. So this can form more number of hydrogen bondings. Primary amines can form more number of hydrogen bondings with compared to secondary amines and tertiary amines. Tertiary amines are not going to form hydrogen bondings easily. So as the number of hydrogen bondings is going to decrease, the boiling point of the amines get decreases. Primary amines are having more boiling point than secondary amines than tertiary amines. Here you can see the order. Primary amines greater than secondary amines greater than tertiary amines in the boiling points itself. Here some of the boiling points of different compounds are given, not only amines. Here amine you can see primary amine, secondary amine, tertiary amine. This is a hydrocarbon, this is an alcohol. Among all these compounds, alcohol is having more boiling point, 390.3 kelvins. Next is a primary amine. Next one, secondary amine. Next one, tertiary amine. Next one is hydrocarbon. Because hydrocarbon does not form hydrogen bondings, that's why hydrocarbons are having less boiling point. This concept is very important. More number of MCQs are there based on boiling points. Please check your material for MCQs. Next, coming to basicity or basic nature of amines. R single bond NH2, this is a aliphatic primary amine. Nitrogen with one lone pair, nitrogen is capable to donate the lone pair, it is acting as a Lewis base. When the primary amine is going to react with an acid containing H plus ion, the lone pair electron of nitrogen is able to donate it towards the H plus ion of an acid to form a quaternary. Is it quaternary means? Sorry, it is not quaternary, it is an ammonium ion. Alkylated ammonium ion. This is a amine, this is alkylated ammonium ion. Among these two, first one, amine, here I am writing, this is a primary amine or aliphatic amine. Simply I can say that this is an aliphatic amine because R group is there. Aliphatic amine, when it is donating its lone pair of electrons towards H plus ion to form an alkylated ammonium ion and alkylated ammonium ion. Between these two, what is the difference? The difference is only one H plus ion. So then this is considered as a conjugate base. This is considered as conjugate acid. The species which is ready to accept H plus ion, that is called as a base, Bronsted base. A species which is ready to lose the H plus ion, that is called as conjugate Bronsted acid. Of course, between the conjugate acid, Bronsted acid and Bronsted base, this is the Bronsted base, this is a Bronsted acid. If the difference is only one H plus ion, then that pair is called as conjugate acid base pair. So here aliphatic amine is the conjugate base and alkylated ammonium ion is the conjugate acid. Among these two spaces, which one is more stable? Which one is more stable? This is more stable or less stable? Ammonium ion. Here plus charge is there on nitrogen. The plus charge of nitrogen is satisfied by alkyl group because here alkyl group is acting as electron donating group. The electron donating nature of alkyl group reduces the electrophilicity or electrophilicity on nitrogen. That means the electronic cloud on nitrogen get increases. This ion gets stabilizes. If the conjugate acid is stabilized, means if the conjugate acid is more stable, corresponding conjugate base is said to be more basic in nature. According to conjugate acid base theory, if the conjugate acid is more stable, corresponding conjugate base is said to be more basic in nature. So what are more basic in nature means aliphatic amines are more basic in nature with compared to aromatic amines. Just coming to the aromatic amine, C6H5 single bond NH2. This compound is called as aniline. In aniline, because of the delocalization of lone pair and pi bond pairs, the availability of lone pairs on nitrogen is going to get decrease. So the tendency to donate the lone pair from aniline get decreases. As a result, the basic nature of aniline or the basic nature of aromatic amines decreases. Whereas basic nature of aliphatic amines increases due to alkyl groups. Here alkyl groups are showing plus I effect. So if the plus I effect of amines increases, the basic nature of amines increases. If the minus I effect of amines increases, here electron withdrawing nature means minus I effect. If the minus I effect of amines increases, the basic nature of amines get decreases. Very, very, very important concept. Based on plus I effect and minus I effect, more MCQs will be asked. Please practice. Next, coming to the electron withdrawing groups. Suppose electron donating groups or electron withdrawing groups. See here, you can see alkyl group. Alkyl groups are acting as electron donating groups. As the number of electron donating groups increases on amine, the basic nature of amines increases. Some of the examples for electron donating groups is single bond OCH3, single bond CH3. These are the electron donating groups. The electron donating groups attached to the amine of nitrogen of amine, the basic nature of amines get increases. Whenever the electron withdrawing groups are present, like NO2 group or SO3H, SO3H, COOH, and halogen, then the basic nature of amines decreases. Simply, you can remember, if the electron donating group is directly attached to nitrogen, basic nature of amines, the basic nature of amines increases. If the electron withdrawing groups are attached directly to the nitrogen of amine, then the basic nature of amines gets decreases, right? Here, some other factors are given which are influencing the basic nature of amines. So simply you can observe here, as the plus I effect increases, the basic nature of amines get increases. Whereas in the case of aromatic amines, the minus I effect is getting increased. As a result, basic nature get decreases. So basic nature is depending upon plus I effect or minus I effect. Of course, the basic nature also depends upon solvating effect. See this one, R single bond NH2, and hydrogen is added here. One H plus ion is added. So this is the alkylated primary ammonium ion. This is the alkylated secondary ammonium ion. This is the tertiary ammonium ion, right? Suppose why I'm saying primary. Why? Because means here you can observe R single bond NH2. Here, if it is taken as R single bond NH single bond R, and here I'm taking this one as R single bond N single bond R single bond R. And every nitrogen is going to contain one lone pair. Primary amine, secondary amine, tertiary amine, all are having lone pairs. When this lone pair is donated towards H plus ion, then we will get an ion. What is the ion we are going to get? This is ion we are going to get. Whether this ion is more stable or less stable means it is more stable in water. The primary amine reacting with H plus ion forming the amine ammonium ion, that is more stable in water. Why? Because means this hydrogen of this ammonium ion is going to form hydrogen bonding with one water molecule, second water molecule, third water molecule. So this ion is more stable. What is this ion? This is the conjugate acid. If the conjugate acid is more stable, corresponding conjugate base is more basic in nature. So primary amines are more basic in nature in water because of more solvating effect of the conjugate acid. Whereas secondary amines, if you observe, this is the conjugate acid of secondary amine. Conjugate acid of secondary amine, it can form only two intermolecular hydrogen bondings with water. That's why it is less stable in water. Whereas this is the conjugate acid of this species is the conjugate acid of tertiary amine. The conjugate acid of tertiary amine can form only one hydrogen bonding with water. This is less stable. If the conjugate acid is less stable, corresponding conjugate base is weakly basic. So which one is more basic in nature here? Primary amines are more basic in water or in aqueous medium with compared to secondary amines and tertiary amines because of decreasing order of extent of hydrogen bonding in water and order of stability of ions by solvating effect. This is the reason. Then we can say that in water, the primary amines are more basic than secondary amines are more basic than tertiary amines. But the basic nature of amines is not only depending upon plus I effect or minus I effect. The basic nature of amines not only depending upon solvating effect. The basic nature of amines also depends upon steric effect. Here I'm going to give some examples for steric effects. Yes, here you can see regarding steric effect. I'm taking methylamines. First, I'm taking a methylamine, that is CH3 single bond NH2. This is a methylamine called as methanamine. Next, instead of one hydrogen of nitrogen, I'm taking one more CH3 group. Then this is called as N-methyl methanamine. And instead of this hydrogen also, if I'm taking methyl group, here also I'm taking methyl group, then I can write this one, N single bond CH3, single bond CH3, single bond CH3. This is called as N comma N dimethyl. At this nitrogen, these two are taken as the substitutes. So that's why the compound is named as N comma N dimethyl methanamine. So the first one is an example of secondary amine. Why? Because means here nitrogen is having one hydrogen. This is a secondary amine. Okay. Here nitrogen is having two hydrogens. This is a primary amine. Here nitrogen is having no hydrogens. This is a tertiary amine. So among the secondary amine, primary amine, and tertiary amine of methylamines, the secondary amine is more basic in nature than primary amine, is more basic than tertiary amine. Why? Because means here you have to consider the number of electron donating groups. Here this is the electron donating group, this is the electron donating group, two electron donating groups are there. Here methyl group is the one electron donating group, but here methyl group, methyl group, methyl group, three electron donating groups are there. In general, as the number of electron donating groups increases, the plus I effect get increases. But in this case, we should also consider solvating effect as well as steric hindrance. So based on all the concepts, we can say that secondary amines of methylamine is more basic than primary amine of methylamine is more basic than tertiary amine of methylamine. And experimentally, the pKb values are observed as pKb of this amine is observed as 3.27. pKb of this amine, methanamine, is observed as 3.38, and the pKb of N comma N dimethyl methanamine is observed as 4.22. All of you know that as the pKb values increases, 3.27, 3.38, 4.22, as the pKb values increases, the basic nature of amines get decreases. So you have to remember here regarding amines, methylamines, secondary amine is more basic than primary amine is more basic than tertiary amine. This is order in the case of methylamines. If you come to ethylamines, say this one, this group is called as ethyl group. This group is also called as ethyl group. Two ethyl groups are present here. This is the ethyl group. This is the ethyl group. This is the ethyl group. Three ethyl groups are there. This is the ethyl group. One ethyl group is there. So this is the second degree amine. This is the third degree amine. This is the first degree amine. In the case of ethyl amines, 2 degree amines are more basic than 3 degree amines are more basic than 1 degree amines. Here you can observe the pKb values: N-ethyl ethanamine, N comma N diethyl ethanamine, ethanamine, 2 degree amine, 3 degree amine, and 1 degree amine. 2 degree amine is more basic than 3 degree amine is more basic than 1 degree amine because their pKb values are observed as 2 degree amine pKb value is 3.0. 3 degree amine pKb value is observed as 3.25. 1 degree ethylamine pKb value is observed as 3.29. Observe the values 3.00, 3.25, 3.29. pKb values are getting increased. That means basic nature get decreases. So in the case of ethylamines, the order of basic nature is secondary amines are more basic than tertiary amines are more basic than primary amines. Whereas in the case of methylamines, secondary amines are more basic than primary amines are more basic than tertiary amines. These two concepts are very, very, very important for your NEET and JEE examinations. Mostly we are expecting the question from this topic only. That is basic nature, pKb values and Kb values. And my dear students, one thing you have to remember, if the Kb value increases, basic nature increases. If the pKb value decreases, basic nature increases. Why? Because means you know the relation Kb is inversely proportional to pKb. What is meant by Kb? Base dissociation constant. What is pKb? Power of base dissociation constant. Both are inversely proportional to each other. If the Kb, that is base dissociation constant, increases, the basic nature of amines increases. Otherwise, if the pKb value decreases, the basic nature of amines increases. Here I am giving a table from your NCERT textbook. Here you can check methanamine N-methyl methanamine, N-methyl dimethyl methanamine, ethanamine, N-ethyl ethanamine, N-methyl diethyl ethanamine, benzenamine. Benzenamine, what is benzenamine? C6H5 single bond NH2. Benzene plus amine called as benzenamine. This is an example of aromatic amine, not an example of aliphatic amine. This is an example of aromatic amine. If you observe the pKb value of this aromatic amine, 9.3, higher value. So pKb values of aromatic amines are higher than pKb values of aliphatic amines. So we can understand that aliphatic amines are more basic than aromatic amines. So please practice these values and practice MCQs from your material. Most important topic for KCET, NEET and JEE. Next, comparison of alkylamines, arylamines, and ammonia. Here I am giving one reaction. Yes, here you can observe alkylamine reacting with H plus ion, ammonia reacting with H plus ion, arylamine reacting with H plus ion. When all these three amines reacting with H plus ions, they are forming corresponding ammonium ions. This is ammonium ion, this is ammonium ion, this is ammonium ion. Of course, this is called as alkylated ammonium ion. This is purely ammonium ion. This is called as anilinium ion. Anilinium ion. C6H5 NH3 plus is called as anilinium ion. So among all these conjugate acids, this is a conjugate acid, this is a conjugate acid, and this one is the conjugate acid. And these are called as the conjugate bases. This is a conjugate base, this is a conjugate base, this is a conjugate base. Here this conjugate base is ammonia. NH3 is called as ammonia. Okay. C6H5NH2 when ending with single bond NH2 group is called as aniline. This is aromatic amine. And R single bond NH2, this is the aliphatic amine. Already I explained. So simply I can conclude that aliphatic amines are more basic than ammonia. Ammonia is more basic than aromatic amines. Here I'm writing the order. So once again you have to write order of basic nature of amines. Order of basic nature of amines. Order of basic nature of amines. So what you can say? Aliphatic amines are more basic than ammonia. Ammonia is more basic than aromatic amines. Because in aromatic amines, the lone pair of nitrogen of aromatic amines involves in delocalization. The reason is in aromatic amines, the lone pair electrons of nitrogen, involves in delocalization. Hence, the electron pair cannot be donated easily. That's why aromatic amines are less basic in nature. Whereas in aliphatic amines, why aliphatic amines are more basic in nature? Because of plus I effect of electron donating groups. Aliphatic amines are more basic in nature. Let's take the screenshot of this one. Please practice. This is a very, very, very important question for your NEET and JEE examination. Whatever the example problems, index questions, and exercise problems given in your NCERT textbook, please practice them. That's enough for your NEET and KCET and JEE examinations. Next, alkylation of amines. Already we studied in the alkyl halides chapter itself. Once go through the alkyl halides chapter for alkylation of amines. Next, acetylation or acylation of amines. Acetyl group. What is acetyl group? CH3 single bond, C double bond O single bond. This group is called as acetyl group. So when an amine is reacting with acetyl group, this is called as acetylation. Then we will get N-acetyl amine. See this one, nitrogen is substituted with acetyl group, N-acetylated amine. The IUPAC name of this compound is N-ethyl ethanamide. Next, some other reactions of acetylation or alkyl acylation is given. Just to take the screenshot. Practice the IUPAC names of the products. As amines can also react with benzoyl chlorides, not only with acetyl chloride. What is the formula of acetyl chloride? What is the formula of acetyl chloride? CH3 single bond, C double bond O, single bond Cl. This is called as acetyl chloride. CH3COCl is called as acetyl chloride. Instead of CH3, if I am going to write a C6H5, C6H5 single bond C double bond O, single bond Cl, the compound is called as benzoyl chloride. Reaction with acetyl chloride is called as acetylation reaction. Reaction with benzoyl chloride is called as benzoylation reaction. Let's take the screenshot of this reaction. Next, carbylamine reaction. This is most important for NEET and JEE. Carbylamine reaction. In the carbylamine reaction, initially we are going to take primary amines, whether it may be aliphatic primary amine or it may be aromatic primary amine. But in this reaction, R single bond NH2 is given. This is the aliphatic primary amine. Of course, we can also take AR single bond NH2. That is aromatic primary amine. So, what is the carbylamine reaction? Is either aliphatic primary amines or aromatic primary amines reacting with chloroform in presence of a strong base gives isocyanates. Isocyanates, pungent smelling substances, that is the isocyanate. The isocyanate are called as carbyl amines. Carbyl amines. So to identify the presence of primary amines, we carry the reaction carbylamine reaction. The carbylamine reaction is given by only primary amines. Once again, the carbylamine reaction is only given by primary amines because the primary amines are containing 2 hydrogen atoms at nitrogen, whereas secondary amines contain only 1 hydrogen atom. Tertiary amines contain no hydrogen atom at nitrogen. So the carbylamine reaction is purely given by primary amines. The primary amines reacting with chloroform in presence of strong base gives isocyanates called as carbylamines. This is the test for the identification of primary amines. Next, reaction with nitrous acid. The primary amine reacting with nitrous acid, first it gives diazonium chloride. The diazonium chloride on hydrolysis gives phenols or alcohols. If I am taking aliphatic amine, then I will get R single bond OH, that is alcohol. If I am taking aromatic primary amine, then what I am going to get here? See this reaction. If I am going to take aromatic primary amine, the aromatic primary amine on diazotization, I will get a diazonium salt, benzene diazonium chloride. C6H5N2 plus Cl minus is called as benzene diazonium chloride. Preparation of diazonium salts is called as diazotization reaction. And this is the diazonium salt. The diazonium salts are the starting materials for the synthesis of so many number of organic compounds. Next, identification of primary, secondary, and tertiary amines. The primary, secondary, and tertiary amines can be identified by the reagent Hinsberg's reagent. What is Hinsberg's reagent? Benzene sulfonyl chloride C6H5SO2Cl is called as Hinsberg's reagent. When the Hinsberg's reagent, this is C6H5 single bond SO2 single bond Cl. This is called as Hinsberg's reagent when reacting with primary amine. Nitrogen containing 2 hydrogens. This is a primary amine. Here HCl is going to be removed. Then we will get a product. The product is containing hydrogenate nitrogen. This hydrogen is acidic hydrogen. Hence, this product formed is soluble in a base. Whereas, if I am taking the Hinsberg's reagent, reacting with secondary amine, nitrogen is containing only 1 hydrogen. This hydrogen reacting with chlorine, then we will get a product where nitrogen is containing no hydrogens. So, no acidic hydrogen is there. So, this compound is insoluble in alkali. This is insoluble in base. Why it is insoluble in base? Because here nitrogen is containing no acidic hydrogen, whereas here this nitrogen is containing acidic hydrogen. So this compound formed is soluble in alkali. This compound formed is insoluble in alkali. So primary amines reacting with Hinsberg's reagent gives a product that is soluble in alkali, whereas the secondary amine reacting with Hinsberg's reagent gives a product that is insoluble in alkali, whereas tertiary amines does not react with Hinsberg's reagent. So to identify the primary, secondary, and tertiary amines, we are using aryl sulfonyl chlorides. That is called as Hinsberg's reagent. Example is benzene sulfonyl chloride, the formula C6H5SO2Cl. Next, coming to the electrophilic substitution reaction. All of you know very well all these things. I'm not going to explain. Just take the screenshot, practice the reactions. And just one thing I have to explain here is if I'm taking aniline C6H5NH2, here NH2 group is acting as electron donating group. Whenever the electron donating groups are present on benzene ring, electrophilic substitution reactions takes place at these positions. What are these positions? This is the other position, this is the other position, this is a para position. So here you can see other position is substituted with bromine. Here para position is substituted with bromine. Here other position is substituted with bromine. So aromatic amines undergoes electrophilic substitution reactions at ortho and para positions. And another reaction, aniline reacting with acetic anhydride. Then this hydrogen of aniline is going to be acetylated to get N-acetyl aniline. N-acetyl aniline. The IUPAC name is N-phenyl ethanamide. Because of this reaction, here this total group is going to protect this ortho position. Because of the bulkiness of this group and because of the electron withdrawing nature of C double bond O group, electrophilic substitution reaction is not going to take place at ortho position. The electrophilic substitution reactions are going to take place at para position because of bulkiness of this group. So here this para position is going to be substituted. Then we'll get a 4-bromo-aniline. So this type of reaction is called as functional group protection reactions. So what is used for the protection of the functional group? Acetic anhydride is used in presence of pyridine, because in the reactant itself amine is there, in the product itself also amine is there. Protection of a functional group is carried by using acetic anhydride in presence of pyridine. Next, nitration reactions. Yes, here you can observe NH2 group, that is the electron donating group. So that's why electrophilic substitution reactions will take place at ortho and para positions. So generally we expect para product should be the major product. The para product should be the major product. This is a para product. After para product, we expect ortho product should be the major product. But in the nitration reaction, of course, para product is the major product, but ortho product is going to be the minor product. Why? Because means here in the presence of acid, this aniline becomes as anilinium ion, C6H5NH2, that converts into C6H5NH3 plus anilinium ion. This NH3 plus group is acting as electron withdrawing group. That's why electrophilic substitution reaction is going to take place at meta position. So after para product, meta product is going to be the major product. This is most important of nitration of aniline. Next, again same the functional group protection reaction by using acetic anhydride in presence of pyridine. Nitration, mononitration reaction to carry the mononitration, whereas in the previous reaction just it is only the nitration reaction. We will get a mixture of ortho, meta and para. This is the para, this is meta, this is ortho. We are getting a mixture of nitro compounds, but to get only a single substituted nitro compound, first we have to protect the functional group, then only nitration is going to be carried. Then the nitration is going to take place at para position to give para nitroaniline. Next is sulfonation. In the sulfonation reaction, the aniline containing NH2 group is the base group. H2SO4 is the acid. Acid is going to release H plus ion. This H plus ion is reacting with NH2. Then NH2 is converting into NH3 plus. H2SO4 is converting into HSO4 minus ion. We will get C6H5NH3 plus HSO4 minus. That is anilinium. C6H5NH3 plus is called as anilinium. HSO4 minus is known as hydrogen sulfate. Anilinium hydrogen sulfate, on heating, it undergoes rearrangement to give sulfonilic acid. This is a sulfur group. This is aniline group. Sulfonilic acid. This sulfonilic acid undergoes continuous change, where here nitrogen containing lone pair is going to attract one H plus ion. As a result, NH2 becomes as NH3 plus, SO3 becomes as SO3 minus. The same molecule, opposite ends having opposite charges, that ion is called as zwitterion. Formation of zwitterion. Please remember this structure, the zwitterion. And the main thing is aniline does not undergo Friedel-Crafts reaction. In most of the electrophilic substitution reactions, we observed a Friedel-Crafts reactions, but aniline does not undergo Friedel-Crafts reaction. Why? Because means, yes, I'm writing the aniline here, C6H5, single bond NH2, nitrogen containing one lone pair. This is acting as a Lewis base. NH2 group is acting as electron pair donor is the Lewis base. When it is reacting with aluminum chloride, anhydrous aluminum chloride, this is the anhydrous aluminum chloride. This acts as a Lewis acid. Between the Lewis base to Lewis acid, a reaction is going to happen. That's why it is going to give a product like this one, C6H5, single bond NH2, sorry, single bond NH2, and this lone pair is donated towards vacant orbital of aluminum to get a compound like this. So here aluminum chloride is completely utilized. It is not acting as a catalyst. That's why Friedel-Crafts reactions are not possible, does not given by aniline. Next, coming to diazonium salts. Just now I said that single bond N2 plus group is called as diazonium group. That is represented as single bond N, triple bond N. Nitrogen with 3 bonds contain one lone pair. Nitrogen with 4 bonds contain positive charge. So this type of bond is called as diazonium bond. Here you can see R single bond N2 plus X minus. This type of compounds are called as diazonium salts. The preparation of diazonium salts is called as diazotization. Just now we discussed aromatic primary amine reacting with nitrous acid, a mixture of sodium nitrite and hydrochloric acid at low temperature, that is 0 to 5 degrees Celsius. The amine group is converting into diazonium group. Single bond N2 plus group is called as diazonium group. The preparation of diazonium compounds is called as the diazotization reaction. And the diazonium salts are used as a starting materials for the preparation of so many number of organic compounds. Here I'm taking one reaction. The reaction is named as Sand-Meyer reaction. In the Sand-Meyer reaction, the diazonium salts are reacting with the Q+1 salts in presence of hydrochloric acid or hydrobromic acid or potassium cyanide. They give corresponding compounds, that is chlorobenzene or bromobenzene or cyanobenzene. Here ArCl, just observe this one. Ar means a benzene ring with single bond Cl. Here on benzene ring C6, just a minute, sorry. Ar N2 plus X minus, I am writing like this, C6H5, single bond N, triple bond N plus X minus. This is a benzene diazonium salt or diazonium salt simply. So this total group is going to be substituted with a nucleophile. So this is a substitution reaction. This reaction is named as Sand-Meyer reaction. Most important reaction. Next one is Gattermann reaction. In Sand-Meyer reaction, we are using Q+1 salts. Whereas in Gattermann reaction, just we are using copper powder. In presence of hydrochloric acid is giving a chlorobenzene. In presence of hydrobromic acid is giving a bromobenzene. With compared to Sand-Meyer reaction, the yield of Gattermann reaction, the yield in Sand-Meyer reaction is found to be better than Gattermann reaction. Why? Because means here we are using copper powder, whereas here we are using copper 1 salts. The catalytic activity of copper 1 salts is more than copper powder. That's why the yield of the product in Sand-Meyer reaction is more than that of Gattermann reaction. Next one, replacement of iodide ions. Instead of this total diazonium halides, if it is reacted with potassium iodide, then we'll get aryl iodides or iodobenzene. And replacement by fluorine. When the benzene diazonium chloride react with the HbF4. Here this total group is going to be replaced with fluorine, then we'll get a fluorobenzene. So preparation of iodobenzene and preparation of fluorobenzene. For the preparation of iodobenzene, we are using potassium iodide. For the preparation of fluorobenzene, we are using a HbF4. Next, replacement by hydrogen. If this total group is going to be replaced by hydrogen, then we'll get just benzene. ARH is nothing but benzene. So to get the benzene from diazonium salts, what is the reagent used? H3PO2 and H2O, or we can use ethyl alcohol. Next reaction, replacement by hydroxyl group. Again, this total group, diazonium halide, is going to be replaced with the OH group. Then we'll get the phenols, preparation of phenols. Diazonium halides on hydrolysis gives the phenols. Next, replacement by nitro group. This total group should be replaced with nitro group. First, we are reacting with the HBF4 to get single bond N2 plus BF4 minus. Then it is subjected to sodium nitrate reaction in presence of copper powder. Then this group is replaced with NO2 group to get a nitrobenzene. And the reactions, coupling reactions, very, very important reactions, coupling reactions. This is the benzene diazonium halide reacting with the phenol, C6H5OH phenol. The removal of HCl is going to take place between this benzene ring and this benzene ring. Coupling is going to take place through diazonium group. This is the diazonium group coupling the two benzene rings. This compound is called as para-hydroxyazobenzene and it is used in orange dyes. Another reaction, benzene diazonium chloride reacting with aniline. Here also same HCl is going to promote. This benzene ring and this benzene ring is going to be coupled through diazonium group and this is named as para-aminoazobenzene. It is the yellow colored dye. So here we can understand one thing that the diazonium salts are used as a starting materials for the preparation of so many number of organic compounds. So this is all about amines chapter. Just a brief synopsis. Please practice the MCQs. If you want to discuss any MCQs with me, if you want to ask any doubts regarding the amines chapter, you can call me. I will send you a Zoom link. We will discuss in the Zoom link itself. Thank you one and all. Stay home, stay safe. Have a nice day. This is your chemistry lecturer, Sir Naidu, signing off.